The Osmo Pocket, after 2 years of graving and setting itself as the best small compact camera with the 3-axis gimbal, got a new competitor that wants to take out the lead. The FIMI Palm looks like a complete knockoff of the DJI OSMO Pocket, and I'm not here to actually judge any company and if they're actually copying each other, but I'm here to actually give to you a complete in-depth review and give you my opinion and should you go for the DJI OSMO Pocket or should you get the FIMI Palm. And being in the 2020s, this market segment needs a refresh. Let's go first to the specs and the looks. The basic package of the FIMI Palm is actually similar to the basic package of the DJI OSMO Pocket. You get just the FIMI Palm and actually an USB-C cable in it. Nothing else. The outer shell looks like the FIMI Palm is almost identical in the feel and the weight. In the actual size, the FIMI is some millimeters bigger than the OSMO Pocket. The main difference is the actual connection on the smartphone. The FIMI Palm have the built-in Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. The DJI OSMO Action needs the separate docking to do so. So you will be able to control your FIMI Palm straight out from the box via your smartphone app and not having to physically connect it to anything. Because if you are using the DJI OSMO Pocket, you have to use a connection like this USB-C connecting to your phone to get actually a better and bigger screen. Another great feature of the FIMI Palm is the joystick, so you will be able to control to any direction and actually rotate it almost 360 degrees. The DJI OSMO Action doesn't have this feature, and the actual feature is only controllable from up to down or left to right from the touchscreen. A better choice will be always a joystick. They both have 4K 25 FPS, recording at 100 megabit resolution. The advantage of the DJI OSMO Pocket is the 4K 60 FPS, so you'll be able to record good 4K 60p for your slow motion. 4K 60p makes a difference if you are watching on a high resolution screen, you will be able to see the difference. But if you're watching and sharing through social media, 1080p is more than fine. The battery capacity on the Palm is 1000 mAh, making it slightly more juicier than the 875 mAh from the DJI OSMO Pocket. In real life situations, it could always depend on the type of filming and the bitrate that you are using. The biggest difference is the actual lens mounted on the gimbal. The FIMI Palm has an 128 degree angle field of view, making it really wider than the just 80 degrees from the OSMO Pocket. And this is the main big thing difference that I would like to talk more. I never really liked the narrow field of view of the DJI OSMO Pocket, and even with some accessories that become available like the wide angle lens, it was just a halfway solution. And you will get so much more in the field, tight spaces and vlogging. Let's go for some footage and side-to-side comparison. And this is the kind of situation of a small tight space, and yes, I have both of them sitting on my table, but you can get the feel. Oh, the tracking has lost. But yes, you can get the feel of how wide the FIMI Palm is from the DJI OSMO Pocket, and I would likely not use this setup in any low light situation. From my understanding, the DJI OSMO Pocket is more hard on the tracking, and having a tighter lens, it has to track tightly and the sudden moves are more visible. The FIMI Palm tracks more gently due to the wider angle lens, and it's not struggling to keep me in the frame. The picture quality out of the two is different to the different color science. I always like the color science and the picture coming out from the DJI OSMO Pocket, but I found that the FIMI Palm looks not bad at all. The HDR function on the FIMI Palm makes it better for an even exposure throughout the image. As for the flat color profiles, the f-log on the FIMI Palm, it's actually usable just like a normal color profile. And actually I would always use the f-log. I feel that the normal color profile is a little too much contrasty for my taste. The DJI OSMO Pocket seen like D is really great for grading. On the microphone test I really feel that the DJI OSMO Pocket has a clear, more distinct pickup. The FIMI Palm has a more mushy, deeper voice pickup. I'm testing the built-in microphones. From the left side we have the DJI OSMO Pocket and from the right side we have the FIMI Palm, so you can get an idea on how they sound. I'm testing the built-in microphones. From the left side we have the DJI OSMO Pocket and from the right side we have the FIMI Palm, so you can get an idea on how they sound. The built-in joystick on the FIMI Palm gets you some great controlled moves and you can get actually more creative. Both devices have pro features, so you will be able to control all the settings manually, like ISO, shutter speed, white balance and more. For the low light test, well, both have tiny sensors and I would not recommend them at all for low light scenarios. The FIMI Palm having the pro feature built in will be also great for learning the basics. The FIMI Palm have another great feature nowhere seen on the DJI OSMO Pocket. It's the 3-point zoom, so you can zoom in your face up to 3 times. And yes, I am not kinda liking this digital zoom, but it's actually great for some content if you have to punch in and actually get the shot done. The FIMI Palm is great and almost a better product than the DJI OSMO Pocket. The built-in Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth wider angle lens and a bigger battery makes it really desirable, and I would always recommend it more than the DJI OSMO Pocket. The one thing that the OSMO Pocket does better is the sound clarity and the built-in microphone, and some kind of a better flat picture profile. I would have never imagined that a knockoff is better than the original one. And I would like to know from you guys which one is the best for you, and from my tests, which one would you prefer to choose. Until my next time, thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe with the bearing icon to get notified every time I make a new video, and see you on my next one.